Hello guys, welcome to my channel. So today I thought I'll make a quick I cannot say if it will be a quick video, but I'll try to make it as quick as possible. So what I want to do is I want I want to show you all how to create a MySQL DB in AWS and how to connect it using the client, any client like MySQL Workbench or even VS Code. VS Code extensions. So let's get started and let's open our console. So this is my console which you can see on my screen. So what I will do is if you are new to AWS, you can just head to aws.com and can just register yourself. Maybe you'll have to give a credit card. If you give credit card, they're not going to charge you instantly. Rather, you can just check the free tiers available in AWS. You can just search for free tier AWS and you'll get AWS free tier link. You can click on that and you can search for everything. So if you see Amazon RDS is 12 months free. So if you have just registered for the next 12 months, it will be free, or up to 750 hours per month will be free. So also along with this, if you are using DynamoDB is AWS own database which they have created. It's kind of a JSON format, and then lambda, that's also always free, 1 million free requests per month. Same thing, 25 GB free they are giving for DynamoDB as well. So here you can check all the free tiers available that is being provided by AWS. So let's close that and let's get into a console and let's create a free tier account. So basically what you have to do is you have to search for RDS in the services they are providing and click on RDS. Once the RDS screen comes up, you can see create database. You can click on create database. So we'll be creating a free tier one, so you can leave standard create as it is. Here you can select MySQL, so we'll be using MySQL DB for this one. You can select the version which you want. I will choose the latest one. And this particular templates you see here, you have to make sure that you select free tier, or else you will be seeing unnecessary charges. If you select production and if you come down, they'll show you what will be the estimated monthly cost, and you can just select free tier. They'll say what are the free tiers available, 750 hours, all those things. So next thing what we will do is can give a instance identifier. This won't be a database name, this is just AWS instance identifier. So let me give something called as dummy instance maybe, and you can give any admin. I'll just leave the username as it is, and password I'll give it as admin password. Same thing for this one, and there's no restriction for using any kind of characters. You can use any character, so I'm just using alphabets. Admin password. Okay, so after this you can leave all this as it is. If you want to auto scale once the memory is full, you can do that, but as of now I'll just uncheck that one. It's not required. Can leave the default VPC as it is, subnet as it is. Make sure you select public access yes, so that you can connect it from outside as well. So once it is connected, once you have given public access as yes, then the security groups, you can either select existing one or create a new one. I will select the existing one and I'll leave it as default. So existing one will have inbound rules set to all traffic, so you can keep it as default so that we give access to everything, but that is not um, If you're giving create new, you can create a new one, but I'm choosing default, not advisable. But as of now, just for showing, I will just leave it as it is. In the additional configuration, it will show the default port that they are using. Let me leave it as it is. And so password authentication, I'm leaving as it is. Here in additional configurations, you'll have to give the DB name. So I will give it as dummy DB and leave everything as it is. Enable automated, I'll just uncheck it. If you want, you can do that. So if you want auto minor version upgrade, you can enable it. So I'll just leave it as it is, so you can just review everything. So you can also make sure if it's a free tier. So once everything is done, you can click on create database. So it is in the process of creating one. So once the database is created, you will be seeing the status here uh, changing to available. So it takes some time. So meanwhile, I'll just get into this dummy instance. Once the status changes to available, you can see the endpoint and port being shown here. So you can make use of that endpoint and port to connect from your clients, MySQL client or VS Code extensions. So I'll be back once this changes to available. Okay, guys, so it's changed to available now. As you can see, it's available and the endpoints and the port is also displayed here. So let's try connecting this from our client. The client which I'll be using is MySQL Workbench. You can do it from any. So let me do manage connection. Let me click on new. Let me give a name as dummy connection maybe, and just paste the host here. Let's leave the port as it is. Let's give the username admin. Let's give the password as admin password. Looks like I made a little mistake. Admin password. So after this is done, let's just test it. Most probably this won't connect. If it connects, it's well and good. If it doesn't connect, then we'll need to debug more on this. So I'll just go through that also. So it looks like it didn't connect. Let me try again. So this is not getting connected. Okay. So the most obvious two reasons would be either the security groups or the port. There is some issue with the port. So let's try connecting. It should throw some error. I'm not sure, by maybe some bug. Usually Workbench shows some error if there is some issue connecting. Okay, it says unable to connect to localhost. Okay, now what we'll do is we'll just check the security groups. Let's open security group in a new window. Let's check the inbound rules. So basically it has been set to default as of now. Let me remove this and keep it as anywhere. Let me delete that and let me select all traffic, custom anywhere, and save rules. Once that is saved, then let's try connecting from AWS console or terminal which they provide. Takes a little time to create an instance of this terminal. So basically we have created it in Ohio region, US East 2. So it gets created here, all the VPC, everything gets created in that particular region. Meanwhile, we'll just do a test again. Okay, so the terminal is up. Now let's check if MySQL is installed. Okay, there is MySQL here. So let's give MySQL host, copy this endpoint, and let's paste it here, and then give the username as admin, and password, will enter it. So it's getting connected here, so there is no issue here. So let's see if the created database is showing here. So we can see the database which we created, DummyDB. It's there. It's connected here as well. You can see it is connected here. So if you go to schemas, you can see the DummyDB being shown here. So the security issue was causing the issue. Security groups was creating the issue. So sometimes what happens is the port also creates a issue. Sometimes the 3306 doesn't work. Then the issue is with the port. The port is being used somewhere, maybe in the firewall inbound rules they have restricted it, or it is being used by some other application. So you can check it using netstat and see, or telnet, and see if it is being used somewhere. If you want to change the port, then you can just click on modify. And we don't have to change everything. We'll just go down and see for additional configuration. Here let's change it to 1.5 and click on continue. Let's apply it immediately. Make sure you select apply immediately, then click on modify. It takes some time to modify it. Though it says it's successfully modified, it's still being done in the background. If you refresh it, you can see the available being changed to modifying or something. Okay, so let's open and see if it is modified. No, it's not it modified, so it takes some time actually. So now it's changed to modify. So let's give it some time. Still modifying. So okay guys, it's modified now, so you can see if it's back, the state is back to available, and the port is changed to 3315. Let's try connecting again from the terminal, AWS terminal. So here we'll have to specifically mention which port, or else it won't connect. So let's try that also. It will keep loading, and at last it will throw an error like it's not able to connect. So meanwhile we'll change the connection in client and change it to 3315. So most of the time it will be a port also which is causing the issue. Can click on test connections. If the connection is successful, it will surely ask for password. Can give the password. And if it's successful, it will show this message that successfully made the MySQL connection. So here everything will be working normally. So let's try connecting the same thing from some MySQL extension. Let's search for MySQL extension. And this is the one which I use by CVZ Jan. So once you install that, you'll get the two icons. You can click on the database icon and click on plus. So here can give the host, give the username, port has 3315, and the password. So after this you can just click on connect. Okay, so there was some pre-existing host, we need to remove that now. So now let's try connect. So it says connect success. So this is how you use the DB, AWS DB created in AWS in any VS Code extension. So the two major issues while connecting would be the security groups or the port. So when I connected, it was due to the port was blocking it, so I had to change it. I tried to find every way to see from where the port is getting blocked, but I didn't see it being used anywhere in the netstat or telnet was working properly. The port was open, still it was no, there was no luck, so I had to change the port and try. So what you can do is you can give a manual port as 3315, and so here the difference between the port and password is the port will be in capital P. Username you can give it as admin, and the password you can type it. So once I do that, it will connect it normally. So now let's change the security groups and try to give access only to this AWS server to access the DB. So for that we'll have to first check um, the IP. So for that you can do check IP. So once you do that, you will get this check IP.amazon AWS. Once you click that, you will get the IP. So what we'll do is this will be my my network IP. So let me do the curl and find out what the terminal IP is. So let me exit this first and clear everything. Okay, So after it's clear, let's copy this and just type curl and paste this one. You will get the IP. So now let's add this to the inbound rules. So what we have to do is go to inbound, click on edit inbound rules, and in place of custom you just paste this one and select the drop down which it shows. Let's try to save this. Now let's try to connect again. Let's see if it connects or not. So I'm trying to connect it from the VS Code. It says connection timed out, so obviously it's not connecting. So now let's try to connect it using the terminal directly. So let's select that and give the password. So you can see that it is getting um, connected properly. So it's only giving access to this particular server's IP. So that's where you have to do the changes. Whenever you're using the DB, you'll have to give your server's IP here, so that it is more secure and in no third party can see that. So it gets blocked to the other people, and only the server's IP which you have given will have access to that DB. So that's about it, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this one, and if you liked, please, guys, please do subscribe, and you can also hit the like button. If you have any doubts, you can post it in the comment section, and if you want to share it with your friends, you can surely do that. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.